Hello, I'm Bernard Norcott-Mahany. I work at the Blueford branch of the Kansas City Public Library. During the month of April, I read poems aloud every day. I read more poems than I post on YouTube, but I read, poems every day aloud. I do it a lot, even when it's not April, but I make a point of doing it in April because it is National Poetry Month. For April of 2025, for YouTube, I am reading some of the River Anthology by Edgar Lee Masters. The premise of the book, which was published in 1915, is that we are supposed to imagine ourselves walking through the hill, which is the cemetery for Spoon River, and that we are stopping at different gravestones, and we see the names, and then the people from those graves speak to us in some ways. In some cases, we have people talking to the graves, so it doesn't always seem to follow where it's the person speaking. Theodore the Poet, for instance, we had someone addressing him, but for the most part, it's the person speaking in first person about their experience, often about how they died or their regrets or something. So, the first poem today is Dorcas, Gustine. I was not beloved of the villagers, but all because I spoke my mind, and met those who transgressed against me with plain remonstrance, hiding, not nurturing, nor secret griefs, nor grudges. That act of the Spartan boy is greatly praised, who hid the wolf under his cloak, letting it devour him uncomplainingly. It is braver, I think, to snatch the wolf forth and fight him openly, even in the street, amid dust and howls of pain. The tongue may be an unruly member, but silence poisons the soul. Berate me who will, I am content. So here we have perhaps the town shrew, but someone who was not liked by the villagers because she spoke her mind. Obviously, there are two sides to that. She may have taken that too far, but the common view would be that you would endure or be patient with people rather than, lambast them. But this woman gladly did that, has no problem with that. So, Nicholas Bindle. Were you not ashamed, fellow citizens, when my estate was probated and everyone knew how small a fortune I left? You who hounded me in life to give to the churches, to the poor, to the village, me who had already given much, and think you not I did not know that the pipe organ, which I gave to the church, played its christening songs when Deacon Rhodes, who broke and all but ruined me, worshipped for the first time after his acquittal. So here, a somewhat ironic situation, a guy who was seen as the town rich guy or one of the town's rich people, always being hounded to contribute, and he does do that, but it leaves him very little when he dies. And the ironic thing is that the preacher, Rhodes, is himself someone who's under a cloud, and has been acquitted and is now preaching again with the organ that this guy's money paid for. Jacob Goodpasture. When Fort Sumter fell and the war came, I cried out in bitterness of soul, "Oh, glorious republic, now no more." When they buried my soldier son to the call of trumpets and the sound of drums, my heart broke beneath the weight of 80 years, and I cried, "O son who died in a cause unjust, in the strife of freedom slain." And I crept here under the grass, and now from the battlements of time behold, thrice 30 million souls being bound together in the love of larger truth, wrapped in the expectation of the birth of a new beauty, sprung from brotherhood and wisdom. I with eyes of spirit see the transfiguration before you see it. But ye infinite brood of golden eagles, nesting ever higher, wheeling ever higher, the sunlight wooing of lofty places of thought, forgive the blindness of the departed owl. So Jacob Goodpasture here died an old man, sounds like during the Civil War. His son predeceased him, and now he sort of is observing people who I guess are going off to war, presumably World War I, though the U.S. has not yet entered that war, but people would still know about it and about the glorious ideals, which perhaps in 1915 people still believed in. So there we had Dorcas Gustine, Nicholas Bindle, and Jacob Goodpasture.